Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of July 9 through 22, 2024. This is a reading if you are Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, or have another significant Aquarius placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about my tarot videos. The frequency of them might be changing again, but for right now I'm doing, basically I do 6 signs every 2 weeks. And I also do my morning coffee with Breege, that's my name, and that is on Instagram at 6:30 in the mornings, but I do put the recordings here, and also my recorded channelings with Archangel Azrael. So yeah, so if you subscribe to this channel, and you'll be notified about all these videos, and of course all that helps this channel to grow. If you would like to know more about the work that I do, and about in all areas, including new stuff that I'm doing like Chthonia celestial healing, which is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And also some of the other specific spiritual coaching things that I do with regard to helping people through major change and major transitions particularly. Check out the link in the description box below, and also my social media is linked there. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. I'm going to do a 12 card, 12 house really, 13 card astrological spread, looking at all aspects. It's a full horoscope spread. I use Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, and then I will clarify with tarot as I go along. The deck I'm using this week, again being in rebellion against this hot, humid weather, is the Halloween Tarot. And our final deck that we will consult just to pull an oracle card is the Essential Oil Oracle. Okay, so just taking a starting look at this for you, Aquarius. Yeah, you've been tested a bit. You may be in doubt about some things. You may be, there may have been certain things about you, your identity, your self-image that have been challenged recently. Maybe who you thought you were, where you thought you were going. Pyramid usually shows up when we have some kinds of tests and challenges in our faith in ourselves. But it's but again, when that card comes up, it usually indicates just hold tight, you're going to make it through in the end. I mean, overall you've got the Ankh, which is about everything is kind of pushing you towards living life to the fullest, to enjoying yourself, to having love in your life, learning new things. You've got winged disc in the 9th house, so this is either long distance travel, or this is learning something new, whether it be spiritual, whether it be higher ed. This is the house of Jupiter, and this is you expanding your horizons, flying above the difficulties. If there's a legal situation going on, then this would be saying victory in court. Okay, it's a very, very good omen here. Something going on in the home sector. There's this twins energy. So I don't know if somebody has recently moved into your house, or if there's some kind of a situation with family, with somebody moving in. There's something about a partnership. So I don't know if it's somebody's parents who are an issue. I don't know if it's just other family members, siblings, something like that. There's the idea of a couple here that are having some kind of effect here. Or like I said, this may be a situation where there's going to be a living situation that involves more than one person. I mean, if you're married and live with somebody, obviously you already do live with someone, right? But this is a situation. I think if you're not in a relationship, I think if you've been on your own, or if maybe you've been considering your living situation and want to do something new, this may suggest that you may be moving in with someone, or maybe you're going to get a roommate, could be. Maybe some people are taking in a lodger, I don't know. All those things are possible, but there definitely seems to be something connected to home and family where there's a relationship or partnership that's going to be significant here. Something you're not, okay, with regard to either business or communications, there's something you're definitely keeping to yourself here with the Sphinx. This card actually fell out of the deck for you when I was doing things. So there's a sense of being quiet and not saying something to somebody about something. I feel like there's something you're keeping to yourself. So again, whether this has to do with business, whether this is related to a sibling. Third house is the house of siblings. And the fact that I'm seeing this twin energy, I don't know. I'm not sure if they're entirely connected. Maybe there's something you're not sharing with a family member right now, or something where it's best to wait and see what's going to happen before you act. If you are in your own business, there may be situations coming up where it's saying wait and see and get all the information before you jump ahead with something. Some of you, okay, I'm seeing very strong feminine energy in the job and career houses. So maybe some of you do work in a kind of profession that is generally associated with women. This could be anything from childcare, working with children, to something aesthetic like doing hair or makeup, or it could even just be having to do with massage therapy or healing, something where it is more to do with comfort of a person, or nurturing or taking care of somebody in some fashion. Like there's a service there that has a very strong feminine, cozy, feel good kind of a vibe to it. Hathor, though, in the 10th house can also sometimes indicate somebody who's just has a very keen eye for business and is very good at organizing things. There's like a strong Virgo vibe to it. So I don't know, I feel like some of you are getting organized. Maybe some of you are moving into careers that are, broadly speaking, have been often traditionally viewed as quote unquote feminine. If you're not in that kind of a career, then it definitely feels like there's some kind of feminine element coming in, or that there's just a need for patience, compassion, and maybe reacting more with the heart than with the head. Okay. Okay, we've got Crook and Flail over here in the 8th house. So, okay, there's a couple possibilities here. I mean, this is a card of an upgrade, right? This is a card of a promotion or moving up or moving ahead. So this could indicate in the 8th house that you are about to transform. You're maybe moving into a space where maybe you're going to be more recognized, maybe seen more as an authority on something, or that where you're just, I don't know, it's just going to be a raise in status, maybe social status in particular, because Crook and Flail tends to have more to do with that. This is also the house of joint finances, so there could be something legal about this as well. If there's something about whether this is, again, the fact that I see the twins down here, I don't know if there's somebody who's coming in to help out and support financially with something, and maybe there's going to be some kind of contract or legal arrangement connected to that. I don't know. It's interesting that it shows up there. Okay, now those of you who are looking for love, we have Urias plus the Scarab. So this seems like a possibility that there's somebody who is interested in you. It's not on your radar, or at least that person does not make themselves obvious. Urias is, with the Sphinx and Urias, is this idea of, I'm keeping this on the QT, keeping it close to my chest, not talking about something. So there seems like there could be a surprise here. And I don't know, for some of you, if you're single, then there could be a person who's going to surprise you, and there's going to be a new relationship in the offing. I don't know, but Urias brings surprises, and it generally are surprises of people maybe who have thought something, or again, if this is love, this could be somebody who's been interested in you for a while, but then you may have thought, oh, that person's not interested, or maybe they just do a good job of hiding. They're not showing how they feel, but suddenly that may change. You may suddenly find out how this person feels, and there may be a new relationship. Now, if you are already married, or you're in a situation where that's, no, I'm not looking for love, they're not happening, something like that's not happening, Urias can still indicate surprises in this area. If you're dating somebody, there could be a surprise that comes in. This can also have to do with creative projects. So this could be something you're working on creatively. Again, this would be saying, this might connect more with Sphinx here, in the sense of, this is something maybe you don't want to share with other people. For some reason right now, there's something you're sorting out and you want to keep it to yourself, because you don't want other people coming in and meddling somehow. That Urias can mean that. But it also can indicate an unexpected creative inspiration from an unexpected source. Overall, I see Urias as a good card. I never see it as a negative. I see it as those surprises that come in, those things that take us by surprise, that bring us to we become aware of a situation that's going on the one hand, but then we also, it may also turn our path in ways that we don't expect, or may bring us something that we don't expect, a gift that we don't expect. So I always feel like that's what it's saying. And of course, obviously, if there's a situation where there's adversaries or competition, this usually indicates overcoming your competition. So if you are married already, Scarab here can indicate coming to terms with something within your relationship. This doesn't have to be a new relationship. It can just be something that's going on, a new beginning within an existing relationship, or something new that's happening here for you. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here that I can look at over front? Yeah, here's your energy in the 2nd house. So you may be hard at work right now, trying to make the money, bringing the bread in. And like I said, I feel like that's just something, slow and steady that you're chipping away at. But again, I think in this the fact that you have masculine energy here and feminine energy here, it may be saying, okay, you may be taking a very rational, masculine kind of point of view on your money, but just make sure in the work that you're doing. I think what comes into my mind is like, don't be ruthless. Like if you're in your own business and so forth, you want to temper whatever it is you're doing with compassion and with sharing and with support, ideas of support. Let's see what else we've got here for you, Aquarius. Okay, we've got, there's a sense here that Queen of Ghosts in the first house, that indicates, there seems to be a challenge here. Now, Queen of Ghosts could be a challenge from somebody's mother or from another female, potentially. There seems to be, really, I feel more like it's an emotional challenge. You're being challenged to be receptive, to hear what your inner voice is telling you, okay? And not to just take everything from, as an Aquarius, you're somebody who can be you can have an emotional detachment. But I think this is saying, your feelings are going to tell you a bit more right now about where you're going rather than any kind of rationalization. You are also a sign that tends to be able to think outside the box. So I think, I think all of that is going to stand you in good stead. Okay, well, actually, this is a really good reading. We've got in the second house, we've got this Three of Pumpkins, which is the Three of Pentacles. So, the Ta indicates, again, same idea of building something and perhaps collaborating with others in doing that building. But there's a sense of being at the beginning of something. Maybe some of you have started a business recently, or are, reworking things or revamping things and making new alliances. There's definitely a lot of work and effort here into building up your finances or rebuilding your finances, if there has been difficulty with that recently. Now, you've got the Eight of Pumpkins here with the Sphinx. So this is Eight of Pentacles. So again, this is you hard at work. You're hard at work with something that you're not sharing with people right now. And it's interesting because you've got the Eight of Bats over here with Urias. So this seems to be an area where you may be mentally stuck or overthinking something. So again, if this has to do with a love affair or somebody you're in love with, you may be overthinking the situation, or they may be. They may be looking at, there's somebody who's looking at it and is getting mentally stuck. But Urias seems to indicate there's going to be a surprise that I think is going to bring things unstuck. And again, similarly, if this has to do with a creative project or something like that, there may be something that you're overthinking. And you may find out that the way something is going to turn out is going to be very different from what you expect. But I feel like, what I'm actually hearing, if this has to do with love, is that there is somebody who actually is very much attracted to you, but you have analyzed the situation 20 different ways, and you've just decided that they couldn't possibly be interested. But they are. And in fact, with the scarab over here, you have the Lovers card. Okay, so... so for some of you, this is definitely new love. If you're in a relationship, then again, the Lovers with Scarab, that can indicate more, like I said, changes in your relationship and choices maybe that would have to be made, because the Lovers also has to do with choice. And so if you're looking for love, I feel like this is a sign that, yes, somebody is looking at you. Yes, you are overthinking the situation. Yes, they are going to surprise you, and it does look like new love is coming in. Again, if you're working on something, if there's something creative that you're trying to do, you may be overthinking something and saying, oh, well, I can't make a go of this isn't going to happen, or that's not working out. You may be too worried about things, and Urias is just like, look, there's something here that's unseen and something that's going to take you by surprise. In your career houses, you have the Emperor and you have Judgment, which is interesting, because this is you taking control of a situation. Taking a leadership role. With Isis here, this is the idea of being in control, but also being compassionate. You want to balance those two elements there. And with the Judgment card up here, that's interesting, because this also implies a decision or an awakening of something. So Hathor, like I said, that could have to do with a specific feminine-oriented career. Maybe that's a decision you've made recently. But Hathor can also indicate making decisions, like having to make a judgment call or having to make a decision to get something organized or to get something together. Okay, so maybe you're going to have a wake-up call in terms of what it is that you actually want to do. Maybe that's where you've been tested here. Maybe you thought you were going to follow one path and you've decided to do another. Maybe it is something creative, with Urias here, and maybe you've overthought it and thought, oh, I don't see how I can make a go of that. But certainly this is about you taking charge, taking control. And also there's a sense of needing to have patience here, because this is something, Isis can be a card of needing to have patience. So it just may be, as you're trying to take control of something, don't be overly controlling. Sometimes you just have to give something space to breathe so that it can actually grow. Now this is interesting because you have the World here with Crook and Flail. So the World indicates something that has come to an end, something that's come to a successful conclusion. Maybe for some people this would actually have been a divorce, and then maybe there's going to be a new person coming in. I don't know. But the World does indicate, there's some situation that's ending. And the fact that I see the winged disc in the Jupiter house next to it in the Sagittarius house tells me that there's going to be an opportunity here for you to broaden your horizons. Like one thing is ending and now you're moving into something that's entirely new. Maybe something which you're considered to be an expert, or maybe there's a legal matter going on that's going to finally settle and end something here, okay? I think the World is a great card. And to me, to have it in the 8th house of transformation tells me that something is most definitely come to an end, but it's going to be a successful end. It's going to be one where everything's going to turn out in a way that satisfies you, that makes you happy. We have the Hermit here with the winged disc. So yeah, Hermit is about inner wisdom. So yeah, this winged disc could be, okay, there's two things that come into my mind. For some people, I think this is just you delving into deeper knowledge of something. The Hermit is about turning within, having more esoteric knowledge of more wisdom, more than just superficial knowledge. And that is certainly the hallmark of the 9th house. It has to do with deeper learning. And you have the winged disc there. For other people, I feel like this is specific to the time period of Virgo, because the Hermit has to do with Virgo, which is late August to late September. That there might be something happening in that time frame. There might be some kind of a change. So I don't know. That jumped into my head. I don't necessarily always translate it that way, but I don't know. See, take that as it resonates for you. Okay, now in terms of your own house, your Aquarian energy, Buckle of Isis, you're giving something up in order to get something better here. Okay, and this is saying this is how you're going to meet your goals. You are capable of meeting your goals. You have this Emperor energy down here. You are capable of getting what you want. But with the Four of Imps, there's the there's this idea of stepping through a gateway to the next thing. Again, all of this has a sense of accomplishment. I feel like there's something you've done recently where, and even Judgment up here. Maybe this has to do with your career. There's something that's come to an end. And now it's like you're stepping through the gateway to the new thing. Like whatever you finished is something you can feel good about what you finished, okay? But you need to take that step. You need to move through that gateway. 12th house, okay, with water you have the nine of bats, or the 9 of swords. So yeah, this is a very strongly emotional card, and this is a card of worry. So even though I feel like this is not what you're showing to people, you may be showing people a very confident face. I think there's still things that you're concerned about, certain changes. Maybe you're worried about where things are going to go. If you are somebody who's actually planning a physical move, this may be saying that you are, I don't know. There could just be some unconscious concerns about change and maybe worries that maybe you're moving in the right direction or doing the right thing. But overall, you've got the Ankh with the Knight of Ghosts, which is the Knight of Cups. There's opportunities that are coming in, opportunities for love, potentially, for some people. And for other people, definitely for somebody here, there's new love coming in. But there's also opportunities here to, just to do what you want. To me, the Knight of Ghosts is, new opportunities that are connected to the heart in some way. So, yeah. I didn't get down, one thing I skipped over here. With the twins down here, you also have the Star. So this is actually a really great card. This is a card of healing. This is a card of coming out on the other side and having new possibilities after the fall of the tower. And this is also about a wish granted. So for some of you, maybe if you've been looking for a relationship where you are going to move in with somebody, I think you're going to get your wish. Right now, maybe you're not seeing how that's going to happen, but I don't know. Something like that's coming for somebody. Again, if you're single, if you're not, if you're already married, or if that's just not something that's, that's not on the table, then whatever it is, whatever this partnership is, there's an opportunity for a wish. This is something, whatever this partnership is, it's not a negative thing. It's bringing hope and possibility to you. So yeah, I don't know. You definitely could be a work at home partnership too. I don't know, with the twins. Maybe that you and your, there could be, I don't know. There's definitely this strong sense of partnership around the home, maybe the family, whatever it is. This is actually good news. There's a chance here for you to get what it is that you want. So yeah, overall, I'd say Aquarius, this is a really good reading. Some things are ending. You've been tested a little bit recently, but I think everything's actually really good. Okay, your essential oil card is steadying. I didn't know such a thing as steadying oil. I always still wonder what essential oil collection this deck is based on. But the keyword that you have here is anchor, and that's interesting because I have like the Four of Imps. I'm seeing all this stuff around financial stability. Yeah, I feel like you're looking maybe you've been adrift and you're looking to be anchored. Maybe that's the good news you have down here. It says, okay, trigger statement is I'm not ready for what comes next. Yeah, we're seeing that over here in the 12th house. The true statement is I take it one step at a time. Although things are shifting so quickly, be present and know that this is part of a greater plan. So yeah, and that's definitely the vibe I have here. That something is successfully coming to an end and you are moving into a new space. For some of you, this is going to be new love. For others, this is new decisions and new directions with regard to your career. And there definitely seems to be something around the home or family that's changing as well. Stuff you're keeping to yourself right now, maybe. But yeah, I feel like you're working on something and working towards it. So again, take it one step at a time. Things are changing very, very fast. But whatever you're hurtling towards, it's where you're supposed to be going. So yeah, so I would not worry at all. This is a great reading overall. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity and a lot of opportunities, I should say, and the chance for you to be happy in, both in love and perhaps in other also, and or in your job and other areas of your life as well. So great reading for you, Aquarius. So I hope you have a great rest of your July. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're not subscribed and would like to keep being notified about these videos. Have a great rest of your month, and we'll see you next time.